time now for What Matters with Albertus Magnus College, celebrating 100 years of learning, growth, and community. To tell us how they are celebrating is Andrea Kovacs, Vice President of Marketing and Community Relations, and Carolyn Krause, Executive Director of College Events. Thank you so much for being here.
We're excited to be here.
It
smells really good in here today. That last guest
we did it just for you. They actually were telling me the Flower Nook delivered to Albertus recently.
They did. Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm. So how wonderful of a show is this, bringing everyone together? So 100 years, Andrea, such a big deal.
It is a big, fabulous deal. We actually, on the 24th of September, was literally 100 days from the college first opening its doors. And I actually have to turn to Carolyn at this point because Carolyn has a family member who was here on opening day.
Yeah, my grandmother was one of the first students to attend Albertus, so she was present on opening day in 1925. She was followed by my great aunt, who graduated in 1936 and then took her Albertus degree out for a drive right down Prospect Street to Yale and was one of 4 women to graduate from Yale Law in 1938. Wow. My mother was the first alumna of a daughter of an alumna to graduate, myself, and then I have 3 nieces who also have graduated from the college.
Wow, so you are the perfect person to be telling us and advocating for Albertus Magnus College. You have seen it and how it's impacted people in your life, which I think is amazing. Andrea, how have things changed over the years? I know you're always adding new programs and spaces on campus. You really do great work.
Well, thank you. I will say thank you on behalf of the Albertus community. We're constantly looking at who has a problem we can solve, right? So program growth changes as the employment, world of work changes. What degrees do people really need? And at the foundation of that is always a liberal arts degree. If you have a liberal arts degree and you have a good broad base of knowledge and the ability to think critically, then you can evolve as technologies evolve, as needs evolve. Our nursing program, I think most people are familiar with that. We started that 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. 2 years ago now. It's just taken off like a rocket. And then we also just opened the state's first LPN to BSN program, which is tremendous. So that's been a very fun thing to get going this year. I will say there's some other really fun stuff in the works. If you're going to turn 100, you have to be looking forward.
Yes.
And I'll just leave that little teaser out there, and we'll come back and tell you more about it as it starts to unroll.
Stay tuned for more, as they say.
Yes.
And Carolyn, what I think is so great, we've highlighted a lot of your programs over the years, is that, of course, you have the traditional 4-year undergraduate, but there's a lot of opportunities for working mothers out there, people who have full-time jobs and take school at night. You really have something for everyone.
We do, and the interesting thing is, Andrea, I mentioned before, who has a problem we can solve. We started adult education programs with Begin Again back in the 1970s, and we grew that program into what is now our accelerated degree program. And that particular opportunity opens the door for someone who didn't finish and wants to come back, someone who didn't have the opportunity to go and now can come back. And that's also blossomed into a whole suite of graduate programs.
Yeah, I think it is great. So we have about a minute left here, but I want to get to the scarves.
I have to tell you about the scarves. They are fabulous. I'm going to whip my scarf off, which usually scares people.
So beautiful.
Thank you. This is, it's part of our Centennial Silks collection. I'll ask Carolyn to help me hold it up here. This is based off of,
so we could get a closer look. There we go.
This is based off of the stained glass windows in the College of St. Catherine of Siena Chapel, which were designed by Sister Toma Swanson. That was part of her ministry. And then this scarf was designed by one of our recent graduates, Erin Mulkenthen. And she was inspired by Sister Toma's work, and she created this fabulous piece for us to celebrate the centennial. They are available. All of the proceeds go to scholarship, which is just a wonderful way to celebrate a birthday.
I love it. That is beautiful. A great way to give back to 100 years. And we'll stay tuned for what's coming up with you guys. I know you have a tree lighting as well.
We have our Christmas tree lighting coming up on
December 3rd.
Which is open to the entire community.
Great. Well, thank you guys so much. Can't wait to hear what's next for you. Congrats on 100 years. We're going to get one quick look at the forecast before we go. Hey, Zach.